In this video, I'll be covering how to factor polynomials. There will be two types of factorings that we'll be going through today. Let's begin. First, we have 21x to the power 4 plus 7x to the power 3. What we do is that we pick out the numbers first and we find out what is their greatest common factor. That would be 7. And then we have x with exponents. We find out what the greatest common factor is. That's x to the power 3. We do a bracket. 21 divided by 7, that's 3. X to the power 4 divided by x to the power 3. If you know exponent law, that would be x to the power 1, which is just x. Plus 7 divided by 7 is 1. X to the power 3 divided by x to the power 3 is just nothing. Let's try again. This time we have 48x to the power 4 minus 16x to the power 3 plus 8x to the power 6 minus 4x to the power 12. The greatest common factor will be 4. And x-wise, that will be x to the power 3. That will fit into every single one of these x exponents. So 48 divided by 4, that's 12. X to the power 4 divided by x to the power 3 is x. Minus 16 divided by 4 is 4. X to the power 3 divided by x to the power 3 is nothing. Plus 8 divided by 4 is 2. X to the power 6 divided by x to the power 3 is x to the power 3. And minus 4 divided by 4 is 1. X to the power 12 divided by x to the power 3 is x to the power of 9. Now let's start on the second type of factoring. This equation might look familiar to you, because this is something that we will get as a result when we practiced multiplying polynomial before. What we're trying to do now is to revert that process. So when we see this equation, what I like to do right away is to draw two brackets with x and x, like this. Now, if the x squared has like a number before it, there would be a different way to solve it, but right now we're not going to care about that. So what I like to do right away is to look at the number by itself. There's no x or anything with it, it's just by itself. We got to check for a sign, so we see it's a positive 9. So what two numbers multiplied by each other could equal to positive 9? Well, we have four choices. We have positive 1 times positive 9, positive 3 times positive 3, negative 1 times negative 9, or negative 3 times negative 3. So now, we have all these possibilities. What we could do is to just fill it up one by one and keep on testing it until eventually we will get it right. Or another choice is that we look at the second number, the one with x to the power 1. So we see that it's negative 6. So now we gotta think, between all these four combinations, which combination would get me negative 6? Well, if we look closely, we see negative 3 and negative 3, because negative 3 minus 3 is equal to negative 6. So we just plug that in. Now, if you just spread the polynomial, we do the rainbow method, and we try multiplying the polynomial, we will get x squared minus 3x minus 3x. Negative times negative become a positive plus 9. Simplify that. There's your answer. Let's try another question. So here we have negative 4. The two possible factors are plus minus 1 times plus minus 4, plus minus 2 times plus minus 2. And now we look at the middle number, the negative 3. So we gotta go with plus minus 1 and plus minus 4. As usual, we set up our bracket with the x. And now we see, so negative 3. The only way to get that is positive 1 minus 4. If it is a negative 1 and positive 4, that will result in a positive 3x. So now if we just multiply this out, we should get the same result as x squared minus 3x minus 4. Now let's try something different. Here we have a 2 before the x squared. What I like to do is to move the 2 to the end of the polynomial. So how that will look like is x squared minus 4x minus 32. Because 2 times negative 16 is negative 32. Now this is a polynomial that we know how to solve. We look at negative 32, we could see plus minus 1, plus minus 32, plus minus 2, plus minus 16, and plus minus 4, plus minus 8. We need to use the plus minus 4 plus minus 8 set to make a negative 4x. So that will look like, put the bracket and the x, positive 4 and negative 8. But that's not the end of it yet. So we had a 2 from before, so now we gotta return it to its original place. What we do here is first choose a bracket and divide one of the remaining number by 2. So let's just choose positive 4. We divide that by 2, we have x plus 2, and we just insert the 2 in front of the x of the other bracket, so 2x minus 8. If we multiply that out, we will have 2x squared minus 4x minus 16. We could do it the same way for the other bracket, so that could look like x, 2x plus 4, and x minus 8 divided by 2 will be 4. We will still get 2x squared minus 4x minus 16. Let's try another practice problem. So instead of a positive 2, we have a negative 2 in front of the x squared this time. We do the same thing as last time, but signs do carry over when we do this. So move it to the end of the polynomial. We will be left with x squared plus 6x. Positive 8 times negative 2 is negative 16. Negative 16, now let's factor that. So we can have plus minus 1 plus minus 16, plus minus 2 plus minus 8, plus minus 4, and plus minus 4. To make a positive 6, we would need 2 and 8. So we will need negative 2 and positive 8. That will give us this polynomial. We do the same as before. We insert negative 2 into the x, leave the remaining number, and for this one, positive 8 divided by negative 2, that's negative 4. If we multiply this out, we will have negative 2x squared plus 6x plus 8. We could do the same thing for the other bracket. So let's copy it down real quick, x minus 2, x plus 8. Alright, so this time, negative 2 divided by negative 2, that's positive 1. Do not get the signs wrong. And then insert the negative 2 in front of the x and leave the remaining number alone. This will also leave us with the same polynomial as before.